May 17th, 2019, a mere 2 days away from the HBO mega hit television series Game of Thrones series finale, we at History and Headlines are all too willing to provide our readers inclined to desperately want to know things ahead of time with our predictions. Who will live and who will die? Who will occupy the Iron Throne? Many pundits have speculated, and supposedly alternate endings have been filmed to avoid cast members from spilling the beans. But we have the self-described clairvoyant who will now boldly share his visions of the coming final episode with you, our valued viewers. Please note that these predictions are strictly the mere conjecture of our writer, Major Dan, and have no real basis in fact. So please keep in mind that these predictions are intended for fun, and that Major Dan has no real insider knowledge as to what will actually happen in the ultimate episode of the ultimate television series. Still, his guesses are as good as anyone's, or are they?
Number 1. Daenerys Targaryen. The Mother of Dragons has been a sympathetic character all along, but now she seems to have become power-mad and paranoid, having lost her closest friends and associates, either to death, including 2 of her beloved dragons, or to disloyalty. In fact, she has apparently turned into the murderous psychopath she displaced by killing Cersei Lannister. Now revealed to be ruthless and devoted only to her own power, Dany obviously must go. We predict she will be killed by none other than her ex-lover and nephew, Jon Snow. Actress Emilia Clarke has been named Sexiest Woman Alive by Esquire magazine in 2015, so she and her character are big potatoes. Her decline into madness and her subsequent death will shake many fans to the core, or so we predict. Number 2. Jon Snow. Devastated psychologically by the carnage inflicted on King's Landing by Dany and the subsequent need to kill his lover, we predict that Jon refuses to take his place as king and returns to the Northern Wall to once again take up duties as commander of the Night's Watch. If that happens, fans of the show will be royally miffed, as a Twitter storm is surely coming. Perhaps Jon's status as a Targaryen heir to the throne will enable him to mollify those loyal to Daenerys that would otherwise seek vengeance against her assassin, and thereby preclude a civil war. Number 3. Arya Stark. The seemingly indestructible slayer of the Night King was as rattled as anyone else by the devastation and mass murder inflicted by Dany and her dragon. Barely escaping with her life, she probably becomes the sword of the new king, post-Dany, ready to strike down with great vengeance any that would challenge the king or his word. Cold and hardened by her experiences, she remains aloof and alone, devoted only to her duties. Number 4. Bran Stark. With the support of Jon Snow and Sansa Stark, and due to his extensive knowledge, we suspect Bran is declared king and will sit on not necessarily the Iron Throne, but perhaps a modified throne with wheels. We see him becoming a wise and revered king that occasionally sends out ravens to see what is going on around the kingdoms, although what he does with the knowledge is unknown. Number 5. Sansa Stark. Sansa's fate will disappoint many viewers by becoming either the ruler of just the North or the Hand of the King, instead of getting to sit on the Iron Throne herself as queen. In any case, please do not take what happens or does not happen too seriously. Number 6. Tyrion Lannister. Good old Tyrion, one of the show's most popular characters, has crossed Daenerys for the last time. As she promised, the next time you fail me will be the last. And so we fear that Dany may have Tyrion executed for freeing his brother before the attack on King's Landing. If that happens, it will without any doubt once again enrage fans and other characters. If the showrunners do go that route, perhaps Tyrion will take his fate in stride, and with resignation as inevitable, more disappointed with the way Dany has turned out than with his own death. The killing of Tyrion could more or less be the last straw for the others that decide Dany must go. Number 7. Brienne of Tarth. The Knighted Lady seems the right choice for becoming the new commander of the King's Guard. Frustrated in her brief love life, she might take to her new role with zeal. Number 8. Grey Worm. You might think the loss of Daenerys and Missandei would leave this warrior without a purpose, but we think he will either recover to become the general in charge of all the armies commanded by the Iron Throne, or return to his homeland in Essos. We do not see him taking a new lover before the end of the finale. Number 9. Drogon, the Last Dragon. Without his dear mother around, Drogon either flies off into the unknown or becomes subservient to Bran, who sometimes wargs into his dragon. At first, after the death of Daenerys, Drogon is expected to be agitated, and it seems as if he will destroy every human in sight. But perhaps Bran could use his ESP type of powers to communicate with and control the great beast.
As a question for my students and subscribers, what do you think will happen? Are you satisfied with the storyline so far? Will you accept whatever ending we are given? Please let us know in the comments section below this video.
If you liked this video and would like to receive notification of new videos, please feel welcome to subscribe to History and Headlines and become one of our patrons. Your viewership is much appreciated.